The organizers of a luxury music festival in the Bahamas have apologized after the event descended into chaos, drawing comparisons to the Hunger Games and the Lord of the Flies. Fyre Festival, on the private Great Exumas Island, had been billed as a cultural moment for moneyed millennials, with tickets costing up to $12,780 for a four-person package. It was heavily promoted on Instagram as an opportunity to mingle with models and influencers, including Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid and Emily Ratajkowski. The event was due to feature performances from Blink-182, Skepta and Ray Shremmerd, and run over 2 weekends from 28 April. One of the organizers, rapper Yarul, reportedly toasted during a site visit to living like movie stars, partying like rock stars, and fucking like porn stars. But after headliners Blink-182 pulled out on Friday citing poor infrastructure, ticket holders arrived on Great Exumas Island to chaotic scenes. Posts to social media drew comparisons to a refugee camp, with disaster relief tents being used as cabanas in expanses of mud, mountains of rubbish, and low-quality sandwiches. Patrons were left stranded on the island, with hashtag Fyre Festival trending on Twitter as they begged to be evacuated, and others delighted in schadenfreude. In a statement, organizers cited circumstances out of our control, their inability to prepare the physical infrastructure, the event in the largely undeveloped private island. They were working to arrange charter flights to Miami. People already on Exumas while inbound flights had been cancelled. The Bahamas Ministry of Tourism released a statement on Twitter, expressing disappointment that hundreds of visitors to Exuma were met with total disorganization and chaos. Though the ministry was not an official sponsor of Fyre Festival, it said it had offered advice and support to the organizers, who had assured them it was in hand. But clearly they did not have the capacity to execute an event of this scale, the ministry said. A team of ministry representatives were on the island to assist with the safe return of all visitors. Yarul wrote on Twitter that he was heartbroken by the way the event unfolded, and that it was not a scam. I don't know how everything went so left, but I'm working to make it right. A talent producer hired to work on the festival suggested it was beset by problems from the outset. When we arrived, my initial reaction was, wrote Chloe Gordon in New York Magazine. This was not a model-filled private K that was owned by Pablo Escobar. This was a development lot covered in gravel with a few tractors scattered around. We were standing on an empty gravel pit, and no one had any idea how we were going to build a festival village from scratch. Yarul's partner, company organizer Billy McFarland, told Rolling Stone that Friday was the toughest day of my life. He admitted being overly ambitious. We were a little naive in thinking for the first time we could do this ourselves. Next year, we will definitely start earlier. There would be another event, held in the US in May, free for ticket holders, that would keep the theme of being on water and beach, and be not just music, but all forms of entertainment. He clarified that we will not try to do it ourselves.